If you're craving a smoother, more gentle, quieter, meaningful Christmas, well, stick with me because today we will move from Christmas Eve calm to a glorious Christmas morning with joy, slow, soulful rituals. And we are going to select a word for the new year that will keep us, you know, centered, grounded. Are you game? Okay. Hi, my name is Vani. Welcome back to my channel, Healthy Done My Way. Today, we are talking about how to create and move from a peaceful Christmas Eve to a joyful Christmas morning to creating that specific guiding word for the new year. So, are you ready? Okay, I like this part. Christmas Eve. We're speaking of the evening before Christmas, okay? That evening, not the day. I want you to create a quiet ritual. Maybe start out by maybe lighting one candle, settle into a hot bath while listening to soft, soothing music. Now, while you relaxing, quietly verbalize a gratitude prayer. Something like you're grateful for or you're thankful for. Does that sound okay? Then release any expectation for the next day. You know how we are. We expect this, we expect that. You know, that type of thing. What will happen? What we expect of others. Let that go. Let it go. Just let it be. Okay? So that's the bath part if you want to do that. Or or you can get in your cozy little spot, sit in stillness for about 5, 10, 15 minutes with a journal. Okay, I need you to bring that journal with you. Reflect on what you want to release and what you want to welcome. Think about that. I want you to think on that. Just quietly think on that. And while you're sitting in that cozy little spot, describe ahead of time how you want to feel after Christmas dinner or after the event or after hosting, whatever it is. Describe what you want to, how you want to feel. If it's comfortable, satisfied, if it's eating the dinner, well, the dinner, you don't want to feel overstuffed, then let that be your guiding light and let that employ the way you make decision when you're um, eating or at an event or whatever the case may be. Now, here's what I want you to do. If relationships are tense, but create gentle boundaries and make plans ahead of time as to, okay, I'm going to leave early or I'm going to avoid that topic, something like that. And please pray for those interaction. Prayers do work. Prayers, they definitely work, okay? Okay. And after that ritual, you definitely need a bath or shower or whatever is in order for that time. But those are two separate Christmas Eve rituals you can do. Now, for Christmas morning, let it start slowly before the gifts, before the phones, before the business of the day. Play soft music as you're getting up, as you're preparing. Share a moment with yourself or a gratitude prayer with a family member, however that works for you, okay? Make it specific for you. And as you move throughout the day, be mindful of your feelings, of your emotions. If you need to pause, if you need to breathe, if you just need to step away, do that. But just be aware so you can respond and not react to certain situations. Now, let's have a little evening truth. I know I'm moving fast, but that's how I do sometimes. Sit with a cup of tea. With me, it's all about the tea. And ask yourself these questions. Okay, are you ready? Ask, what felt heavy this week? What felt beautiful? Think about that. Or what do I need to honor? What do I need to release just think about that in your truth that evening of Christmas Day. Okay? Now that we've done some reflection, maybe we can seal the evening. And we're speaking of Christmas Day now, the evening, with a hot bath or a warm shower. Now, I know I keep reiterating baths and showers, but science has proven that a warm bath, a warm shower, or a hot bath or shower, whatever it is, can make a total difference in relaxation and resetting you. Okay, now we talked about the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Let's talk about the morning after. Yes, let's talk about considering a certain word that resonate with you for the new year. We want this word to be a guiding post for you, okay? Because choosing a single word for the new year, it helps your brain to simplify things. It gives your brain a simple, emotionally meaningful focus that, let me see, how can I say that? That can quietly guide your attentions. It can quiet your attention. It can guide in decision making and choices. If you choose this one word, it'll help you regulate certain things and create certain habits. Research has shown in this particular um, case that clear, value based focus and repeated attention, what it does, it support motivation, it support brain rewiring. I had to think about that for a moment, and it support more sustainable change than rigid, what is that, New Year's resolution. I don't do New Year's resolution. It's just, that's never worked for me. It just never worked. Okay, enough of that. So let's get started on how to choose your word for the new year. I am so excited about this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's start with this. I am so excited. I had to bring out my notes for this, so bear with me. I will be looking down, okay? Okay, so start with, and I know you guys are going to get tired of hearing me say, get a quiet place, go in a quiet little cozy place. But being quiet and still help the brain, how did you say that? Digest and focus, okay? So that's why I say get in a quiet place. Okay, set aside some quiet time. And I already explained the reason why behind that. Okay, show, and this is what I want you to do. And I'm trying to get everything done because I don't want this to be a long video and I'm rambling. Okay, again, breathe. Just sit there quietly and just breathe. Okay, and then when you're ready, start to think on words, but it'll come to you. But just simply breathe and just relax and don't think about anything. Just focus on your breathing, okay? And just let that relax you so the pathway of information can start flowing. All right? Then, and at the right time, like I said, that word will come to you. The next thing, second thing is reflect on your past year, on this past year. Reflect on things like what drained you this year. What drained you? What drained you? Think on that. I know for me, it was me just wanting to do everything instead of just focus on one thing. So I know, but I correct that. But that's just an example. And the next thing is what fulfilled you? What made you happy? What brought you joy? What activity it just was overflowing with joy, or it just brought you such satisfaction? That's okay. So, what pattern do you want to break? And I had to write everything down because I know I would forget. What pattern do you want to break? What is that for you? What does that look like for you? And then start taking action. If it's a pattern that you want to break, just think about what that is. And then as you start doing these different things, your word will come. But let's continue. What feelings do I want to feel more of? I know me, I want to feel more of accomplishment. This year I did a lot of different things, and I was very creative, and that just really made me feel good to the point whereby I'm not one to focus on feelings, but because I like to be more disciplined and focus on my emotions. But feelings does. It does. It really does. It helps. All right. The third thing is ask what your soul needs most of. And your soul is your mind, your will, and emotions. So what does your mind, your will, and your emotion need more of? Think about that and just write these things. I forgot. Make sure your journal is with you, okay? Write those things down. All right. What is the next thing? Okay, for instance, for your soul, if you felt chaotic, then you might need peace. If you felt you doubted yourself or you wasn't sure about yourself, you may need confidence. So those may be words that could help. Peace may be a word that you can incorporate to direct you in how you make decisions and creating habits around that. Okay, the next thing is write down whatever comes to mind. And that's why I was taking through these little action steps because what that does is it allows your mind to become start focus on different things and different words may pop up for you and pay attention to that, okay? And whatever word that comes to mind, that may be the one. So let me maybe we can set or explore some things. Like for instance, if you want emotional words, you want the thing to be wrapped around your emotions, then okay, is it calm? Is it joy? Is it courage? What if it's spiritual? My mostly my words are spiritual, and like one year my word for spiritual was surrender, and I took that word and oh my goodness, I was able to surrender certain things. I would look at that, the situation. I said, well, how can I surrender this? For me, it's surrender it to God. And what step can I take to surrender this to God? So it's action step. It's not just but creating a word. It's actually creating that word that resonate with you and then taking steps towards to implement it to guide you in actions and situation. Does that make sense? Okay. And let's see. I know I'm going to tell you my word for the 2026 at the end. Okay. The next thing is it may be a lifestyle word like consistency. Maybe you weren't consistent during this 2025 year and you would like that to be it. Okay. If it's consistency, okay, pick one little tiny area that you're not consistent in and start working towards that. You're going to have the compound effects and it's going to trickle over into other areas of your life as well. So start small. If you want to be consistent in, let's just say, I want to get up early in the morning. Okay, what time? What's early look like to you? What time that is? Maybe start small and say, I'm going to get up at 7 o'clock. Oh no, early. That's not early. I want to get up at 5:30 and maybe say I'm going to do start Monday but once a week and then build from that. And that's doable, right? Right? Okay. And maybe it may be you want to be more nourished. And so you ask yourself, what does that look like for me? If it's like, okay, my word may be nourishment. So, in what area do you want that nourishment? Let's just say in rest. Again, I'm going to go to bed early. Okay, what is early? I'm going to go to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Or if it's food, okay, maybe you can start out with drinking more water. What is more water? Well, I drank 4 glasses of water a day now, maybe I bump it up to 6 glasses, and then you can keep building on that. And again, that one word will guide you into other areas of your life. Because nourishment is not just about food, it's food off your plate, like your emotions, your mental state, your thoughts, that type of thing. So I know I'm just giving you a lot of different things, but I just want you to kind of gauge as to which way you can go and just give you enough so you can choose from. All right. Okay. Then once you choose your words, again, pay attention to what words constantly come to you. Okay. Several words may come to you, but just kind of say which one resonate with me and just pay attention to that. And two, you the next thing we want to do once you have a word or two words, try if you have three words, let's say, try out one word for a day. Say it out loud, okay? Write it in your journal and see how that feels. And notice how it make you think, how it direct you. If I know I'm stumbling over myself, if that specific word makes you feel light and joy, then that's the one. If you feel kind of heavy with it and feel forced, then that may not be the one. But again, I will say, take that word, try it out for one day. Just see how it feels and see. And when I say try it out for one day, try it out with, okay, like you may have picked consistency. Okay, let me try that out for one day. I'm going to be consistent in a certain task. Like if you want to study or reading, I'm going to be consistent today in sitting down and reading this. Try that out. But that's not a good example. I would say try out nourishment. If your word is nourishment, try that out. Okay, let that guide you in making your decisions and your food. And what does nourishment and absolutely look up your word. You may know the meaning of it, but look it up because you'll be surprised as to the different meaning, even though it's the same thing, but the different way of saying it shed a light, and it's like this light bulb goes off in your head, and you say, ah. So look your word up, and then start taking steps to implement it by letting it guide you. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. So I said if it brings you joy. Okay, then trust your first intuition. Often the words that you have come to mind is the one. But just try it out. Like I said, try it out for today. And make it sacred. Try, let me see, how can I say this? Write it everywhere. That's it. Write it everywhere. I mean, I sometimes put little stickies up just to remind me. When I'm driving, I'll put a sticky on the dashboard or something like that. Or like I just did, my word for the year is repositioning. And for 2026 is repositioning. And what I did, I'm at my computer a lot. What I did, I made it a screensaver. So every time I open my computer, there's the word, okay? And that's what I'm doing at this particular time. So does that make sense? Because I know God is what He's doing in my life. And I keep saying God because that's my focus for me. What He's doing in my life is repositioning me, so that's going to be my guiding post, my guiding light as to how I make certain decisions, how I think, and I'm really excited about it. So tell me, put in a comment below, what is your one word for 2026? And again, why do I keep saying again and okay and so? Well, I like those words. So anyway, I just want you to have a incredible, calm Christmas Eve. You can do it. Yes, you can do it. And a glorious, joyful Christmas morning and day. And as the new year come about, please have that one word to guide you. Practice it now. You don't have to wait till the new year. Practice it now and start writing down steps you can take to have that word direct you in the area that you need to go. Okay? Freddie, that's it. And if I don't see you again, which I probably won't, have an incredible Merry Christmas. I said that, and a happy, prosperous New Year. And you know what we say? Let Christmas and New Year's be healthy. And healthy is done our way. Right? Right? Okay. I hope you guys understand everything. So I'm going to go now and take care. And I will see you in 2026. Bye.